Terrible. It suggests you're facing financial troubles. It suggests you're struggling. Floyd Mayweather has once more confronted Stephen A. Smith, who is famous for his public feuds with elite athletes.
I don't really want for nothing. I mean, it's crazy that, when people say, oh, you...
When you spend money, you notice all the reactions. You witness what critics were commenting. This isn't the initial instance people have suggested that Mayweather is financially strapped and maintaining a fake image. A prominent boxing promoter voiced similar claims, and even a fighter associated with Mayweather Promotions echoed those sentiments. Despite everything, Floyd has persistently rejected these allegations. Now Stephen A. Smith has joined these accusations, and Floyd responded fiercely. The pair engaged in a phone conversation where Floyd delivered an extended tirade, claiming that Smith and others are simply envious of him while he remains blessed by God.
With Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know, but I do know.
Media, I don't do that anymore because I'm truly blessed, way beyond belief. You know, what's important to me right now is my real estate, my family, different things I'm involved with. You know, it's all about helping kids, the new generation, surpass Floyd Mayweather and be a better Floyd Mayweather. So, you know, everything that I did, you know, in a past if it was something.
Recently, the 48-year-old former champion has attempted to reconstruct his reputation as an emerging entrepreneur with ventures in alcohol supplements, apparel, and particularly property development. In late February, Mayweather revealed what he described as his largest transaction, yet asserting he purchased an extensive collection of 62 apartment complexes in Upper Manhattan. In an Instagram post, he declared all the properties belonged to him and that he operated without partners. He additionally stated that the commercial spaces beneath those complexes were his too, and motivated others by explaining they could achieve similar success through smart business decisions.
Pushing each other to be great instead of arguing on social media. That's just my opinion. And push each other in a positive way. And, you know, I found myself in the past, you know, the younger Floyd Mayweather, you know, going back and forth on the internet with different people. But I'm in a better place in my life right now. You know, I couldn't actually be in a better place. So the old Floyd Mayweather, when I used to go back and forth with people on social.
Weather disclosed that his Enterprise Vita Properties invested $42 million for the complexes. Nevertheless, his statements don't appear to align with the official documentation. Even a month following his announcement, none of the properties had formally transferred ownership. New York City records, which are typically updated promptly, displayed no transfer, and specialists said a complete sale to Mayweather didn't seem imminent. The NYC Housing Partnership, which is associated with most of the complexes for tax advantages and affordability initiatives, also confirmed that they hadn't been notified about any pending sale.
Like when you, I mean, as you get older, you have to look at things in a different way. You know, my son this year is 26 years old. So in 4 years, my son will be 30. Then my daughter will be 29 in the 4 years. So I have, you know, grandchildren. So the same thing I was doing 10 years ago, I can't be doing now. Even 5 years ago, I can't be doing now. It's all about growth, and I'm growing every day.
Yeah, man. Oxman from a housing partnership verified that they hadn't received any notification about a sale or ownership transfer, and mentioned they are typically involved in such transactions, but this time nothing occurred. A source familiar with the transaction revealed that Mayweather only purchased a minor stake in the collection with the opportunity to expand his ownership later or acquire everything completely. It remains uncertain if he will proceed with that. The source decided to remain anonymous due to the confidential nature of the arrangement. Meanwhile, Black Spruce Management, which controls most of the complexes, said Mayweather has fulfilled all his obligations so far and continues being a reliable partner and advocate of affordable housing.
Properties.com. Yeah. We already talked about Mayweather Fitness. You know, people, you know, I got a team talking to me in different places.
Hey, I understand, man. It's a business. So
that's your
business, brother.
And if you're an adult, you come to Vegas, come see me at my gentleman's club. And if you like to skate, When you come to Vegas, come check us out at Skate Rock City.
All right.
Another enterprise that controls the remaining complexes didn't respond to phone calls or messages. When questioned about the transaction aisle, Frisk, the CEO of Vita Properties, joined a telephone conversation alongside a man who identified himself as James McNair, connected to Mayweather's business operations. However, the voice didn't correspond to known recordings of McNair. The individual still maintained that Mayweather had purchased the properties, but declined to provide details publicly. He noted that Mayweather was raised in affordable housing and was attracted to the project partially because it featured rent-controlled units.
We've been building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money.
The individual clarified that Mayweather appreciated the concept of generating income while simultaneously supporting the community, and once he grasped that he desired to control everything, McNair didn't respond to additional messages, and Mayweather's attorneys also provided no statement. This transaction is one of numerous real estate ventures Mayweather has discussed throughout the years. It is reported that more than 10 years ago he encountered major real estate personalities Jeff Sutton and Andrew Matias at a Knicks game and established relationships with them. According to people present, they subsequently guided him on property investments.
Give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that.
A 2022 podcast, Mayweather revealed that during his career with assistance from his former manager Al Heyman and other connections, he invested $5 million into commercial real estate and began generating about $50 million monthly, which he characterized as a solid return. He also stated he had an interest in One Vanderbilt, a towering office structure in Manhattan, though he incorrectly claimed it was the tallest building in New York City.
36 a month with one of my new investments, I would be making $300 million a month.
What investment is that?
In real estate. I'm heavy in real estate. Even though I got a lot of cash, OPM. You don't always have to use your money. That's why it's very important for y'all to make sure y'all keep y'all.
And asserting to be James McNair informed Business Insider that Mayweather invested $88 million into approximately 20 loans associated with SL Green and commercial properties. He clarified that the company utilized this money as mezzanine debt, which is a form of higher interest loan used in real estate. He said it was a good opportunity to profit from Mayweather while also helping SL Green benefit from being associated with his reputation.
Oh, Floyd, man, like you got everything, you got the skyscrapers, you got the cars, you got the houses, you got, what's next?
What I'm working on now, I don't really want for nothing.
A representative from SL Green said they don't discuss individual investors. In athletics, some competitors transcend their sport and create a lasting influence, and both Floyd Mayweather and Michael Jordan are frequently positioned in that group. While their achievements are evident, Mayweather's career has encountered criticism, with some accusing him of selecting easier challengers.
That if you get you have highest DLC.
It's possible. It's possible. I just need everybody to sit back, buckle your seatbelt, because I may be on the next game.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
You know, everything takes time.
Yes, sir.
We communicating. Everything takes time.
All right. Well, man, I appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely. And so again, this criticism intensified in 2014 when Mayweather was challenged for not battling Manny Pacquiao at the time. Stephen A. Smith also criticized him, which created tension between the two before they ultimately fought. In an interview, Mayweather displayed no regard for Smith's opinions, stating he doesn't care about what he says and emphasizing that Smith has never competed in the sports he discusses. He reiterated that Smith is merely a critic and his opinion doesn't matter. Smith later diffused the situation by declaring Mayweather is the greatest boxer. Years later, Smith compared Mayweather to Michael Jordan, stating both were far superior to others and made opponents appear less talented. He explained that while players like LeBron James win games, they don't dominate in the same manner as Jordan and Mayweather. Their rivalry demonstrates how much attention sports legends attract. Mayweather's achievements and decisions have created a legacy that is both celebrated and questioned. As opinions continue to evolve, debates about his position in boxing will persist. After retirement, Mayweather has ventured into different investments, including real estate and his boxing promotion, and he recently entered cryptocurrency by endorsing ACT and connecting his WBC belts to the project. Boy, Money Mayweather
was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He constantly broke his hand. And so because he broke his hand, you got to give credit where credit is due. He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much. And literally walked in the ring and said, I'm going to embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world.
The unbeaten 50-0 fighter aligned himself with BSC cryptocurrency after encountering its creator in New York. Mayweather completely endorsed the initiative and demonstrated unwavering support. He subsequently promoted it further by providing rewards to investors, including his own WBC belt. Shortly after entering the crypto world, he posted online questioning who would claim his belt and invited followers to participate in a Zoom call where he would explain why he believes in the initiative. The proposition became more enticing as he included more valuable rewards for supporters.
If not the greatest boxer in history, he's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining.
At the same time, speculation began circulating that Stephen A. Smith could campaign for president in 2028. When initially questioned, he dismissed the concept and said he isn't interested in becoming president, but would prefer to participate in political debates. He said he would rather stand on a debate platform and confront politicians who attempt to persuade the public that they have noble intentions.
I've had no choice but to get a bit more serious about it. I've been approached by people on Capitol Hill. I've been approached by people who are elected officials in office, whether it's governors or mayors or what have you, and people have legitimately and seriously asked me about that.
However, by April 7th, Smith appeared to shift his perspective. He posted online that although he enjoys his career at ESPN, he is frustrated with the current circumstances and is now receptive to the concept. In an interview, he clarified that he has been contacted by people in politics, including officials and leaders who seriously explored the possibility with him.
I have no desire to be a politician. My life is pretty well, but I've decided I'm no longer going to close that door. I'm going to keep my options open. I'm going to entertain the possibility if it comes in 2020, late 2026, 2020.
Even though nothing formal has been announced, people online have begun reacting intensely. Some cautioned him not to let pride deceive him, while others said he could earn support if he remains truthful. Smith later confirmed he is maintaining his options open after being mentioned as a potential unconventional candidate for 2028 and shared his perspective after attending a major broadcasting event in Las Vegas.
Where I look at this country and I think it's an absolute mess, and there's legitimate reason to believe, whether it's via exploratory committees or anything else, that I indeed would have a legitimate shot to win the presidency of the United States.
At the gathering, Smith spoke extensively and said he is no longer dismissing the possibility of running. Reports indicate he recently signed a 5-year, $100 million contract with ESPN, but considering a campaign is vastly different from actually launching one, as witnessed with personalities like Dwayne Johnson and Bob Iger who contemplated it but remained out. Smith's name emerged after political changes, and he said many people are seeking new alternatives. He acknowledged voting for Kamala Harris, but has also criticized the Democratic Party and appeared on various networks while also speaking against Donald Trump on policy matters.
The boxing is over. This is all that he does. He literally said, "What if I lose?" He said that to me. And I was like, what? Those words came out of Floyd Mayweather's mouth. He is saying that he will take a 45-55 split. He will take the 45%.
Despite their conflicts, situations haven't always been hostile between Smith and Mayweather. Smith disclosed that Mayweather once contacted him on FaceTime, just before he went live on ESPN to address rumors about returning for another match. Reports had indicated Mayweather was training intensely and considering a comeback, even though he previously stated he would retire after reaching 50 fights following his match with Conor McGregor.
He is saying that he has capitulated to any and all drug testing mandates that you have incorporated. He has called you out. I'm saying because of the Manny Pacquiao I saw yesterday, that Floyd is ducking. Because
Stephen A says duck it.
Well, I have to only from this standpoint.
Still, many competitors have returned after retirement, and Mayweather could generate massive money if he competes again. For now, Smith remains prepared to cover any developments if that occurs. That concludes everything for now, so stay connected, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications to catch more updates and content like this.